Hi, and welcome to the second of our live streams. This is GM Viral for Cabal Online Europe, and we will be taking a look at some of the new content for the Rising Force update. So grab yourself a beverage of choice, sit back, and say for the next half an hour, 40 minutes, we'll enjoy some of the new stuff. As you can see, the testers are busy testing crafting at the moment, or at least upgrading. I shall have to have a word with them. Okay, first up, what I wanted to show you today is mainly, firstly will be a look at the new gear, the Archeridium, coming with this update. Now I'll just have a quick scroll through the different types, martial, battle and armor. So this one, plus 15 as you see, quite the lovely glow on it. The martial set with an epaulet of fighter on it. Now, let's give you a quick view while we're here. As visible, epaulet of Guardian, normal dark black color for it, and then epaulet of Sage, the blue as always. Unfortunately, I am not able to remove the buff, the aura barrier. Plus 15 glow can't at the moment. The other ones are not plus 15. This one, this is my bad. I forgot to set them down to remove the glow from them. So I guess I'll move on to one of the other classes quite quickly. But first, gender change. This would be the female with your nice blue epaulet of Sage. Okay, let's check out some of the other classes. I think I'll have a look at the armor first. Okay, normal, let's go through the normal disconnect process. Okay, armor, yeah, let's go with the Force Shielder. Okay, later after I'm done with this, we'll have a quick run through the new battleground. I'll probably get my ass kicked there. Okay, for those of you who thought the Marshal was a bit too revealing, I think we're pretty safe with this class right here. Not much skin showing at all. Granted, this is the male character. So, yeah, you can also see the Archeridium shield. They went with quite a smaller look this time. If you recall correctly, the tree frame and Lacanus, both of them were rather big. Just trying to get out of view of the tester moving around. Let's turn off the UI for a moment. Quite nice looking. I can run through the various epaulets if you wish, but it's just a color change, as you know. Oh, some people are asking to actually see some skin. Well, let's see. Do I still have a gender change card here? I should actually have. Yep. So, as if by magic. And I'm very sorry to disappoint you, but there's not a lot of skin showing here either. Full on armor. I'll get to the PW5, don't worry. Let me get through the armor first. Let's take this, otherwise I'll forget something, and I know everybody wants to see what their class will look like, or at least their type of armor. Actually, let's, just for fun, I'm just going to close this chat. Right, epaulet of Guardian, and epaulet of Sage, which I don't think very many will see. I don't think anyone will actually attempt to still make a magic Force Shielder. But in case you were so inclined to, well, this is what you would look like in endgame gear. Okay. I think that's enough of this. Let's have a look at the battle set. It's normally one of the best looking ones. Someone voting for a Magic FS. Yeah, not so much these days. A couple of years ago you would have been spot on. At the moment, I think the Force Shielder is quite firmly a sword-using class. And here we go. Otridium bow as well, quite small. Again, just like the shield compared to the Lycanis and even the Mithril and the Sigmetal, they went away from the double bow. You just have the single. Not a bad looking set, if I say so myself. This would obviously be more appropriate for the Force Archer. Let's just try and get away from Tester so that you can actually have a look at. There we go. And of course, as always, let's just make a quick change over to the female. Slightly more skin showing here than on the armor. So those of you who are waiting for that. And epaulets of Guardian. Okay, I've had a couple of requests by now to see the new Astral bike. Let's see if I actually have the bike summon skill on this character. If not, I'll just take it to one of my others. Yep, actually I do. So, here we are. The new PW5 that you will be able to get in Tower of the Dead. I think I'll just pause here for a moment so that you can have a look. It's substantially bigger actually when you compare it to the RW3 and especially to the blue bike. Same design as the RW3, just a bit more animation and quite bigger. Now of course, as I'm not sure if you're aware, but the big thing about this bike as opposed to the RW3 would be that this one allows you to open a special inventory. As you can see, every upgrade levels +4, +7, +10, +13. This expands. Now what this inventory does is it allows you to store character binding items. You can store anything else in there as well if you wish to, but especially this is available for all your character binding stuff if your normal inventory is getting a bit filled up. Current theory is that the PW stands for personal warehouse and the RW stands for remote warehouse. I've not yet had official confirmation from ESTsoft if that's actually the case or not. Someone asked if they can store a GA stick. No, I don't think so, and I really hope you can't. For those who do not know, the GA stick takes up the same inventory space as a great sword, and they have to have it, and I really like them to be visible with it as well. Okay, that's pretty much enough of the gear, I think. That's the new bike and the new sets. Now let's have a look at something maybe slightly more entertaining. Oh, before, just one question, the color change. I have not checked what the color change does to it, but I'm not going to go into that now. Perhaps we'll save that one for a future stream. Okay, let me get now for the new battleground, which I'm going to show now. Guys, all the stats about the bike, it will be available in the patch notes. I keep on getting questions coming up now, so all of this you will be able to see. We will make it available before the update goes live. Another question while we wait. Will the level cap be 200? No, it will not. It will not. Not with this update. It's planned for the future. Actually, there is one of the achievements you can get with this coming update is for the combined level of all the characters on your account, on your server, on the server. The combined level is greater than or is equal to 1,200, so that's 6 level 200 characters. So obviously this is something that ESTsoft do want to put in. I'm not exactly sure if it will be with the next update or the one after that, but it is definitely coming. Okay, now let's talk about the fun part. That was the gear you can get from the new dungeon. Now let's get to the fun part of the new update, the new PvP system. Right. Now this is something new. This is 1 versus 1, a PvP. I'll show you how to enter it just now. And not only is it 1 versus 1, but it's also, there's 2 kinds of this battle. One is a standard battle that you can take part in at any time of the day, and the other one is a ranked battle. Now this is only available during specified times. We are looking to run this in the evenings for, say, 3 to 4 hours every night, and double that on the weekends with a set number of rounds. Now the difference between the two is that the rank battle actually gives you a PvP rank that you can improve, and it also uses this rank to put you against opponents of roughly your skill level using an elo system that's used in other games, was first developed to use in chess. So you should, after a while, I guess the first couple of days will probably be a bit rough, but once everybody gets established roughly on their skill level, then you will be facing opponents that should give you a challenge. So you're not going to walk in and just stomp over someone who's some levels lower than you without your skill or gear. And this is also only available for characters above level 150. Oh, now this one came up. What's the Endless One title for? I'll leave that for you to discover once the update goes live. I won't reveal everything now. See it as a puzzle. What will you get when you win the battle? Mainly bragging rights right now, and a challenge. And as I always say, if you win one, a warm, happy feeling of accomplishment. Now isn't that worth striving for? Okay, now let's get to how to join this battle. For Procyon and Capella this is different. Procyon has to go to the instructor in Desert Scream, get over here, and Capella does the same, only in Green Despair at the instructor. Between the two I think I prefer the Green Despair one. It's a slightly better looking character model than this one. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm just going to deal with this standard battle now. The ranked one is not currently open. Okay, so you go to the instructor, click on Mission Battle. I'm not sure how to respond to that one. Someone say no. Going to ignore that question, sorry. So here's your little bit of text. I also believe not many people will actually read this. And then enter Mission Battle. Okay, so as you can see here, you can also probably hear the music changing. You have your 4 tabs, ladder, which is currently not available. If it was available, this timer would be showing how long until the next one. As you can see here, not in a season period. The ESCs have also planned on running this on seasons. I'm not sure how long a season will be, but you'll get every season, you'll get a rank, and you'll start at nothing again at the next one, just to keep things interesting. You can also see that right now there's a drop-down menu allowing you to select the map that you want to fight on. Frozen Colosseum is the only one here. This little graphic gives you an idea of what the map looks like. Standard 3 points that you can fight over, and spawn points on either side. Okay, I will actually take part in a battle here. I'll probably lose, I'm a bit rusty, and the testers are mad at me for teasing them in the previous stream. Now let's move over to the standard battle. Now, this is where I think most of the action will take place. This allows you anyone to fight against anyone at any time. Again, the map is Frozen Colosseum only. In the future they are definitely planning on bringing in more maps. And not only more, but right now, as it's only 1 versus 1, but the future is they're looking at doing 3 versus 3 and 5 versus 5. So a real party battle. This map will probably be a bit too small for that. I'll give you a look here. If you create a room, yes, you can indeed create a private room. The title is randomly generated from a set number of, but you can also change that. Let's call this Come Fight Viral. Yes, let's see if anyone's up for that. This will be public, and you can see again drop down. Frozen Colosseum is the only one available right now, and the mode also, standard mode. Okay, before I create this, I think I shall just tell you a bit about what's going to happen inside once the battle starts, because I will actually have to concentrate a bit to not lose really badly. Once inside, there are three points on your spawn point. The 3 neutral points, which each has a boss that you can kill for some points and a small buff. 2 small ones, one on each side, and 1 big boss in the middle. Of course, the goal of this PvP is PvP, and there is a clear winner and a loser. You enter the room, you fight your opponent. There are no rules, battle mode, aura, anything goes. So your goal is to kill your opponent and reach 500 points first. Every time you kill it, you get 100 points. Killing the small bosses also gives you some points. Okay, let's see, there's another question coming up. Is it possible for Arena 5 vs 5? Guys, as I said, not yet. Not yet. Right now, with Rising Force, you will only be able to take part in 1 versus 1, not more. So, I think that's about enough. Let's see who is going to come in here. Okay, not gonna make it private. I'll set it to public. So first come, first serve. A room is created, and now you can see. I've had a couple of runs earlier today. You can see the score is not that good. It's 2 wins, 4 losses. Ideally, that would have been 6 wins, but the testers were grumpy. Let's see if anyone actually joins. This is the part where you have the room created and you just wait. Is spectating available? Actually, that's another thing. They are planning on adding an observer. I'm not sure at which point that will be added, but it is definitely coming. Aha, GM Reeves has decided that he wants to join. Okay, I'd also have to say that these characters we're using, they're nothing that you can't get on the live server. They're not overpowered GM characters, unless he tweaked his. I hope he didn't. So, here we go. Waiting. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk as well, so that will probably have some impact on my combat. You can see there's still a small bug here. You can't see the exact HP of the mission battle gate. You get some points for breaking this down. Okay, I've got to keep an eye out for where exactly we start on opposite sides, so I think he'll be breaking down the gate on the other side. I will try and time my battle mode so that I have the most of it available once he breaks through. Okay, there we go. Battle mode 3 already. Okay, he did not go for it. I used my immunity, he's obviously seeing that. As you can see, the instant immunity is much shorter now. It only lasts for 12 seconds. He is not going to stand still. That's okay. I'm probably going to get him. Oh, that's it. And the first kill for me. You can see a nice big kill in the middle, and you can see at the top right I have just scored 100 points. The goal is to get to 500. If the time runs out before that, okay. Let's see if I can actually get him. Knockdown. So this is the part where I'm actually trying to kill Reeves more than I am. I think he might actually have this. Nope. But now my HP is really low, so the advantage is definitely his. He will respawn with full HP. Okay, another thing I will quickly show you is that you can actually spend your points that you're earning. You can see I have 250 at the moment. So I can go to my buff store and spend some of these points in upgrading. But Reeves will probably not let me do that. Yeah, knockdown. And you can see the new block. Not that that helped me. Death. Reeves has gotten 100 points now, and he's going to try and take my base. Of course, lucky for me, the tower actually hits him as well. Okay, and I think I've got him in a bad spot now. And miss. That was a bad move. Okay, let's see if I can actually... the knockdown still works. What does he... it's quite actually rather hard to broadcast and give a conversation at the same time while you're trying to fight. Right, another one for me. I am very clearly in the lead now. Let's see if he'll let me buy something. I think I can afford to spend some points here. Boost my attack. You can see the stats are rather nice. Critical damage, amp, accuracy, penetration, everything goes up. Of course, if you spend all your points, you will lose. The points are still the determining factor at the end of the match. And he's back here again. Very persistent. Okay, now you can see my intuition is actually lasting only for 12 seconds, and unlike before, it gives you a full immunity, not just limited and rooted. That should allow me to break free of this. Yeah, you should have gone into battle mode. As I said, there are no rules here. You can't say don't use battle mode, don't use BM3, don't use aura, whatever. Anything goes. Yes, the question if health potions are allowed. They are indeed. I think the only thing that's not allowed, well, for one, summoning mercenaries, and for two, okay, you won't have an answer for this. I think this match is mine. Yeah. Now, and the second one is the Holy Water of Vitality. can't use those either. Oh, I think he might actually have me here. Yeah. The question about how to join this. You can join from any channel. You can actually, and this is the cool part, you can join from any server. So it's not just limited to the same channel. You can create the room wherever. You just have to be in Desert Stream to do so. Oh, he's really wanting to... It's not giving me much chance to explain stuff here. But on the other hand, his HP is really low, so I think he has had it. Yeah. That. I believe what happened here is, since my tower, when I go into the enemy area, I'll get attacked. This glowing yellow thing here looks like the Eye of Sauron somehow. This actually attacks your opponent. And because that killed him, I did not get the points for his death. 3 minutes left. Whoever of us is closer to 500 points at the end, which is currently me, will win. Okay, he's going battle mode again. 40 seconds left. Now we chase each other around the middle. I can actually go in here and attempt to kill the boss in the middle. That should give me the points. That'll give me, I think, 70 points, which would be enough to win. Yes, a question if you can fight between servers, that's exactly what it means. Jupiter versus Mars will be possible. Jupiter versus Mercury. You can use pretty much any potion that you have, except for the Holy Water of Vitality. And as you see, you don't get an option to use odd circles when you resurrect. Okay. I need to get some of that. As you see, I just used the Fury Potion, and hopefully I can kill him now before my tower does. Yeah. Heard the victory sound. I think he went easy on me, just to not have me lose in public. It's rather nice of him, very decent. If he takes my base, there's a question, he will get a certain amount of score. We can have another fight now if we want to, by the way, you can see here. But I'll just leave that. Yeah, there's everything you do in there. Either gains you points or costs you points. Dying is the highest scoring, I think, if I remember correctly. That gives you 100 points. If he takes the base, I think he gets... Well, I actually can't remember, I'll have to check. And of course, the strategic part here comes in deciding if you'll take the risk and spend some of your points and give yourself the boost by using either one of the defenses or offense